Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for another edition of Great Albums where I go over what I felt were some of the best records that have been released over the past month or so. Gonna list them all out, put links down below so you can check the albums out too if they interest you, and yeah. Let's go. First, we have the new Black MIDI album, Schlagenheim. If you love math rock, if you love rock music with weird grooves, dark post-punk vibes, then give this one a shot. It's seriously surreal and weird experience. The band is incredibly tight. The guitar work is really angular, strange, impressive. The songwriting, for the most part, is very compelling too. It is one of the most enjoyably freaky rock albums I've heard this year. The new Daphne EP for the fans of house music out there that feature lots of disco samples. This thing is great. It's fun. It's groovy. It's a batch of very quality tracks. Moving on from there, we also have the new Dorian Elektra album, Flamboyant, which is a fantastic bubblegum bass LP with elements of dance pop and electro pop. It's just really good songs. Really good songwriting, some interesting bits of gender politics in the lyrics, tight, glossy, futuristic, and forward-thinking production, but ultimately it's the great songs that really, truly sell this thing. The melodies, the hooks, the clever lyrics, it's all great. Also gotta say, Freddie, Gibbs, and Madlib with Bandana are now 2 for 2. Two great records from these guys. Really happy to hear them come together once again and on such an impressive batch of tracks. In my opinion, it is Freddie on this LP that actually shines lyrically and flow-wise. I think he's a lot more impressive on this record than he was on Pinata. Madlib's beats didn't blow me away quite as much this time around, but still, even decent Madlib beats are pretty great, generally. Make sure you try this album if you love coke raps, if you love hardcore hip-hop, if you love jazz rap. Gibbs, Madlib, two of the best doing it right now, and this record proves it. We also have the new Kirin Jay Kalinin album, Return to Center, another one of my favorites this month. Kirin is a fantastic Australian singer-songwriter, though this album is a covers record. It's one of the first covers albums, though, that to me works functionally as a character portrait of the artist doing the covering. Kirin picks a lot of very interesting deep cuts from the worlds of singer-songwriter music and new wave, and his renditions are fun, creative, impassioned. Solid album through and through. Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. I also love the new Prince Originals collection of demos and tracks that Prince had essentially recorded to be recorded for other artists. I thought that came out really great. Singer-songwriter David Berman is back under the name Purple Mountains with a new band, new songs. The collection of tracks are great. Berman sounds as good as ever if you are a huge indie folk fan, alt-country fan. If you loved Silver Jews back in the day and their material, you are going to love this new record. The new Uboa album, The Origin of My Depression, is a really harrowing mix of industrial music, of noise music. It's a very powerful meditation on mental health, on gender identity, and a host of other things. And finally, I want to give a shout out to one of the most immense musical experiences that I've had this year, and that was my listen to the new Lingua Ignota album, Caligula. An incredible contribution to the world of neoclassical dark wave, powerful vocals, dramatic pianos, huge swaths of distortion and noise, a concept diving deeply into emotional and physical trauma, abuse. It's a very intense listen, not for the faint of heart at all, but if you can withstand the force of what Miss Hater is bringing on this record, it will most likely blow you away. And I think I'm going to leave it at that. Those are all of the records that I wanted to mention in this video. Quite a few albums did end up impressing me greatly just past the halfway point of this year, which I thought was kind of interesting because I had just come out with my best albums of 2019 so far, and then all of a sudden I'm just flooded with all of these records that would have easily made that list had I made it like a month later, but I don't know, such is life, I suppose. So yeah, those are all the records, all of them, reviews to them linked down below. Give them a shot. if any of them seem to interest you. Thank you very much for watching. Transition. Have you given any of these albums a listen? Did you love them? Did you hate them? What would you rate them? You're the best, you're the best. What should I review next? Hit the like if you like. Please subscribe and please don't cry. Hit the bell as well. Over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, great albums forever.